guys and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a video on the new Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette. Now I haven't used this palette, but the internet world and the beauty world has just been going insane about the lack of pigmentation, the lack of blending, and the fallout and all this crap that's going on. I just can't take this. So firstly, if you're new to my channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button and tap the bell down below. But anyway, in today's video I am going to be doing a small tutorial on this palette, and I'm also going to be comparing it to my much loved Modern Renaissance palette. Now this palette is my holy grail of all holy grail palettes. This Subculture palette came out, I was expecting high things. So basically this is what the packaging looks like. It's just a bit like the Modern Renaissance one really. It's just cardboard, and then when you get into the palette, oh shoot, it hasn't broken, it's okay. And then when you get into the palette, it is a lot like the Modern Renaissance, the aspect that they do both have like velvety finishes. I don't know what kind of material this is, but if you have the Modern Renaissance palette then you'll know that it is the same material. It is the kind of material that gets dirty very easily. If you see my Modern Renaissance palette, it is quite dirty, but it's just the packaging, and what matters the most is what is actually in the eyeshadow palette. So that's just a little comparison of the two. So then when we open the Subculture palette, this is what it looks like. It is exactly the same as the Modern Renaissance palette in the aspect that you get a little brush. I have just dipped my finger straight into that colour. Rest in peace, Rowdy. So it is the same in the aspect that you do get a mini brush with it. I don't really like these brushes that come with the palettes, but I do think they are good for your lower lash line and blending your lower lash line, so I will keep that. So it is also the same in the aspect that you get a mirror right at the top, and these are the colours. So I'll just compare it to my Modern Renaissance. So side by side, this is what the two palettes look like. They're pretty much similar in the aspect that they are the same size, the same shape, there are the same amount of colours in each palette. It is made with this cardboardy kind of thing, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to test the eyeshadows on my eyelids and see how it goes from there. So it's always daunting taking my glasses off on camera because I'm friggin' blind and I can't see a single thing. So I have actually put a bit of foundation on my eyelids just to set my eyelids, and I'm now going to go in with my first colour. Now I'm so excited to use this palette, but I've heard that there are blending difficulties, but we are just going to try to look past that. Going first, I am using my Morphe M433 brush, and I think I'm just going to go in with quite a pale shade to begin with. So I'm just going to go in with Dawn at first. So I'm just going to have a little dip. Okay, you see like the fallout. Oh damn. Quite a lot of fallout, but my Modern Renaissance palette was the same, so I'm not gonna judge on it yet. Oh, this is quite a nice neutral colour. I'm actually liking this for a neutral kind of shade. A very neutral shade. It is pigmented, which is always good. And now I think I'm just gonna take the most orange shade in the palette, and this is the shade New Wave. So we're gonna see how this goes. I've heard mixed things about this shade, so yeah, but I was impressed with Dawn, so I'm just gonna dip a little bit into the shade, like the tiniest bit. I don't know if you can see the amount of fallout on that. Definitely there. Okay, one stroke and it was friggin' on there. Far, I'm pretty impressed. By the way, I forgot to mention that this is on the Morphe M513 brush. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go back into this shade a little bit later just to create a gradient and blend it all together. Next, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of a darker shade, and one that I have been so excited to use. And I'm just going to work Untamed into my crease. So I'm gonna need a little bit of a smaller brush for this. Once again, I'm just gonna tap into it a little bit. The reason why I tap into these a little bit is because I tend to find with Anastasia Beverly Hills, the eyeshadows are very easy to build up. You don't really need a lot because they are so pigmented. Well, it's definitely on my brush, and this one did not have as much of a fallout as New Wave. God, I'm shit scared now. Oh, okay. Hello? Do you want to blend, or I don't feel like it's blending? I don't know if it's me. It does not want to move. I've got a little bit of a blend in it, but it's freaking hard to blend. I'm gonna just go back in with New Wave a little bit and just see if I can like create the gradient by going back in with this. Okay, so that has blended a little bit better, but it took a friggin' long time to even get a little bit of blend in it, which I'm not very happy with. Anyway, we're gonna just keep chugging. I'm not even gonna try to use fudge because I've heard the reviews about fudge and I'm not even gonna freaking go there. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go in with a little bit of a darker colour and I'm gonna go in with Axis. I'm just gonna put this on my lid just halfway in because I'm gonna go in with Electric, which is a bit of a pop of colour. Nicey nice. I'm hoping I can like salvage this somehow, but I don't think it's happening. Ooh, ooh, that is a pretty colour. Blend this with a big fluffy ass brush. This is the Morphe R40 brush, which I'm calling and you ain't answering. This is a, oh my god. Okay, that is actually kind of blended, but it's not. I don't know if it's just me, but it's not blended nicely and like smoothly. Like my Modern Renaissance just like all like blends together like a friggin' dream. This is like a friggin' nightmare. Set whatever mess is going on my eyelids right now. I'm just gonna use this shade called Cube. Now I did swatch this the other day and when I swatched it, nothing came up and I thought it was because it's a white shade. And then I looked at everyone else's swatches and I was like, bitch, why have they got it swatched and not me? And like I swatched it like 3 times and it was basically non-existent on my pale ass arm. But anyway, where are you at on my brush? Oh shit, it's duochrome in it. I feel like this would be so much better if my brush was wetted. God, this was a duochrome colour. Oh my god, I'm so shocked. Okay. That was a yes from me. And then I think I'm just gonna go in with a pop of Electric in the middle of my eye and just create like a mini halo eye. Like a mini halo eye. I'm gonna go in with this beautiful colour, which is Electric. Unfortunately, I can't wet my brush, so bear that in mind when I apply the eyeshadow because unfortunately my NYX Dewy Finish spray has decided to go walkies and I can't find it. Oh! Okay, well, that didn't let me down. So my camera is currently flashing the battery sign and doesn't like me today and nothing's going right today. So I'm gonna do my lower lash line off camera. Oh, this is actually what I came up with for the finished look. I did use mascara, of course, and I did my lower lash line using a bit of New Wave and Axis just right at the top here, just to bring everything together. Overall, I'd say this palette is not as good as the Modern Renaissance palette, and I think with Anastasia, they had a lot of pressure to make it as good as the Modern Renaissance palette because the Modern Renaissance palette was so good. The thing I'd find with this is that I did definitely find it hard blending Untamed, definitely, and Axis, maybe not as much. This Electric shimmer shade was perfectly fine. Like, I could apply it to my lids and it could pop without anything sprayed on it, bear in mind. Cube, which is a duochrome colour, loved it. Wished it was white, thought it was white until I remembered that it was duochrome and ended up with a friggin' pink lid. Anyway, New Wave I really liked as well if it didn't have as much fallout. Can't wait to experiment a little bit more with this palette, and I think the thing with this palette is that it may take a little bit of getting used to and a little bit of a knack when it comes to blending it. I believe they've tried some new formulas. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big massive thumbs up and also feel free to hit that subscribe button for more videos and tap the bell down below so you are notified every time I post a new video. I also want to hear your thoughts on this palette, so make sure to drop a comment down below and let me know if you've got this palette and if so, what you thought about it, if you're going to get this palette or not, or why you don't like this palette and why you don't want to buy it. Once again, thank you so much for watching and I'll hopefully see you on my next video. Bye!